Hi, this is Jeff from Command Performance AV. Thanks for tuning into another video. As you can probably tell, I was about ready to go on vacation, and we got a new present in the store that we're really excited about. And my guys will not let me leave until we shoot this video. So luckily for you, I'm going to try to keep it short so I can leave. But let's cut to what our big package that came in this week is. We're very excited about it. If we're going to look down here, underneath this, we have, voila! The new MSB Cascade DAC. This is the latest and greatest from the minds of MSB technology out in California. It's a 3-box solution. Those of you who've been following MSB or currently have an MSB, the newest component that they've added to the system is the MSB Director, and these are available from the Premier all the way up through Select. This offloads the processing and isolates the main DAC. We'll get into all the specifics later. We have the DAC itself, and in this case, for this reference now, it's a single power supply, upgraded power supply. We've not seen what's inside these, so in real time, we're going to open it up and see what goodies we have. So let's do it. Okay, we're going to open up our first box, which is the Director. We have an outside brown box. Here's our Cascade digital director. Labeled as such, our serial number. It's gone through testing and a secondary inspection, which I really appreciate because we have too many things that come through without having that kind of a signature on it, and sometimes not up to par. And I don't need a knife for this next part. Looks like I just opened up the front. And what do we got inside? Fancy box from MSB. You usually don't see that kind of colorful inside packaging in our last generation of products. What do we have inside here? User's manual and extended warranty card. Set that off to the side. I do not know what's inside these. Generic power cords. We got our bases for the footers if we need them. And this is enough for all 3 of the boxes. And what toy surprise is inside this one? The remote control. And we chose black for our color. We did silver in our last reference DAC, so we're doing something different here. And let's see what we got underneath. We have our optical cable that's going to link us between the director and the DAC, and we'll discuss the importance of that in a bit. Ground cable. USB cable for recharging the remote control. And a, looks like much upgraded umbilical cable that goes between the units. That is definitely a step up from what we had in the previous generation of products. Looks very sturdy, very nice looking, hopefully functional as well. All right, what strikes me right away cosmetically is it does have that familiar MSB look to it. This black coating, you should know, does get a little schmutzy, so always have a cloth next to you. The general layout is there, but it's, the aesthetics are nice with the etching in here as well. Now, one thing I do also see is that this is actually looks like a little smaller footprint than the previous reference that we had. And the display is much larger, so you both should be able to read that from across the room. So let me take a step back now we've talked about the overall look and tell you the purpose of the director. So the director, the purpose is twofold. One is to keep the noisy electrical signals away from the DAC. That's the incoming signal, say, from your streamer. and whether it be coming in via AES cable or USB or even Ethernet, what we don't want to do is have that electronically coupled to the DAC, so the director isolates it and connects it via optical. The other thing is the reconstruction of the digital signal. So previously that was all done within the DAC, but by placing it outboard, we can do a lot more processing within this unit. It's got two high-speed DSPs along with two FPGAs and some brand new filters that the brothers have been working on for a real long time. The director is a modular type of approach so that you can add what inputs you see necessary to your particular setup. By default, it does come with the link here to the Cascade. That's how you can be passing information optically via cable like this into the DAC. So since we're using light, there's no electrical connectivity, as well as a coaxial and an SPDIF and optical input. Here we see 3 blank slots here. So let's say I decide I want to do an Ethernet input into this unit. This is an Ethernet card. To add that capability to my unit, all I need to do is release the latch, pull out the blank. I have my Ethernet here. I'm going to put this in, align it, close that, and now I can do work on Ethernet. You may want to have a USB input, AES as well, depending upon what type of DAC you have. Then you may also want to clock with it here, with this here. So basically, we now have a modular type of design, so you only buy the inputs that you need. Next up is the heart of the system, the Cascade DAC. Again, you can see testing, inspection. I already took it out of the brown box. I think you guys can figure that part out. And let's see what's inside here. And it looks like it is just the DAC itself. So let's see if there's anything hidden underneath. There is not. Again, same standard packaging that we had in the other one. Let's flip it around. All right, it's same size obviously, but still very heavy. As opposed to a previous reference, since the DAC isn't really doing any of the display technology, solid front. One thing to note I didn't mention on the other one, because that's going to sit on top of our stack, is there are little feet on the bottom. These are the latest generation of the feet, metal with some sort of rubbery type thing at the bottom. And what that allows us to do is stack these. Doesn't have the sharp pointies like before, so you're not worried about ripping the heck out of this beautiful piece of gear. Let's take a look and see what's around back. And this is a departure here. So what we have are 2 sets of XLR inputs as well as RCA inputs. To the left is where our umbilical is going to go. That was that thicker cable we saw earlier. Unlike the previous generation where there were 2 of them, there's one cable that will connect this to the power supply, which we'll be opening up next. Then all the way down this side is our Cascade link, which is our optical interface to the director that we just opened up before. Finally, the last of the 3 boxes is for the power base. Very heavy unit. As we'll see, the machining is still the same as the other ones. I'm going to take this out of the box here. Now that we have this out of the packaging, you can see it has the same look and feel as the other components here, the other 2 boxes. out of solid aluminum billet. This is pretty heavy because it has 3 toroidal power transformers. And a key element of the MSB power base is extensive use of filtering. To pull out, and very important, is extensive filtering of the AC that's coming in. So those of you that don't believe in external power protection and power conditioning, MSB is taking care of a good chunk of that for you, in the use of discrete carbide filters for the DC conversion. Speaking of the DC conversion, it uses highly regulated linear power supply with 5 rails. Now if we come around to the back of the unit, we will see off to the right-hand side something that I really appreciate. If you've ever tried to hook up MSB into an automated system, you'd use an external box because of the voltage. This uses a standard 12-volt trigger. Moving more to the left, we see an upgraded connector, which uses the new cable to attach to the DAC as opposed to the thinner cable that you got before. And of course, if you need to do some sort of grounding, there's a ground post as well. Appreciate what we're doing here. Please like and subscribe. We're enjoying doing this, and hopefully you enjoy watching it. Thank you.